they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Covered was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off for the 1st down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Rodgers again now. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That is caught by Cobb, and it's a Packer touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's caught. The tight end Hill finding space at the 40. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Saints.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter. It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Winston now from the 50. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Steps away to his left.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A first down throw for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Off The play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sack Bond in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, 29 yards. And the Saints are back within a score. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Lutz with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Following the interception, Winston. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And this is incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
On third down, Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. A turnover is obviously, Charles, always costly. But man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll try again from the 20 on second and 10. Now Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. This ball nearly intercepted. Oh, once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to try to add the PAT. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. In motion left is Cobb. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green, oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it.
So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on it.
A short kick taken at the 18. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Final play of the half here, Winston. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Winston now to throw on first down. Looking long for Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Again, it's Jones.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't
Doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds his receiver, Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They go back to the ground with Jones. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones trying to run inside, but nothing there. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find Lazard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. Now it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining. Here in this 3rd quarter. Now Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. As his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point try now for Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Landry, the receiver, in motion left. To throw, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
But just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And a flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. 26. Throwing now is Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again.
That was the safety, Marcus May, who got the sack there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And his kick is good. And just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And now here is another interception. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.